Remember to stay till the end of the episode because there's going to be a really interesting announcement. Hi there, welcome to our next episode. Today I'm going to want to take a little bit of time just to chat about the industry, where it's going, how I see the industry going in the future. And I think with the advent of digital and the move from film to digital has created a lot of change in the industry, some good, some bad. I think there are a lot of things that, as very much a proponent of the digital era and being one who moved to digital very early, can see that there are a lot of things that I'm not particularly happy about and a lot of things that I really love about it. I think one of the great shames was that a lot of photographers were forced to move from film into digital when they felt a lot more comfortable with film. I personally was always very comfortable with digital and I liked the transition, but I didn't think that it should necessarily mean that everybody should have had to move that way. But definitely at the end of the day, I can see why clients like it. It's a lot quicker, it's a lot more efficient. They can get a lot more done. But it's also come with a lot of issues that I think need to be addressed. One of the things is that as photographers, we've lost a lot of control over our images. We've lost the control of being able to take an image from beginning to end. And where I can remember in the days when I used to shoot film and I used to go to an ad agency and we'd mount up the tranny or the print that we had got from our negative and go and show it to that art director or creative director, and they would look at it over a light box and they would be checking it and it would have to be absolutely perfect. And we had the control in front of the lens to get exactly what we wanted from a creative perspective. However, now a lot of that has gone away. It's done quickly, and there are agencies out there that really disturbs me personally, that they take our raw files, complete raw files that haven't had any work done to them whatsoever, and they then work on those files. They will control the color temperature that goes in, they will control the way they're processed. And the only analogy that I can think of is it's exactly the same as going to a photographer and saying, you've just shot 20 rolls of film, great, give us those rolls of film, we're now going to take them to a lab and get them processed, and we'll push or pull it or do whatever we want with the film, and you'd lose that control. Or they'll take the negs and they would keep the negs and do the printing themselves, whereas you'd never hand your negs over, you would oversee the printing or do the printing yourself. Another area that's also changed a lot is the different types of media that one gets. There's all types. I think if you look in the past, what we were familiar with as stills photographers, we knew it was going to go in a magazine as a print ad, or if it was going to be an exhibition print, or if it would go an outdoor on a billboard, and it was very much a stills related side to what we were shooting. But things have changed a lot now with the advent of Facebook and Instagram and multimedia, different types of multimedia sources, where you've got now outdoor billboards. You can have a 20-meter billboard that is a moving image. And I think what's happened is it's also meant that photographers and cinematographers have got to be able to cross across both disciplines. And it's also meant that as a photographer, we're now more involved in the film world, and cinematographers have become more involved in the stills world, where I hear of DOPs who on shoots being asked to shoot this on doing a television campaign, being asked to shoot the stills campaign at the same time, or somebody coming to me and saying, well, we're doing the stills campaign, can we shoot something that's we could use for TV or we could use for a multimedia aspect. I know a lot of stuff that we've just done recently, which has been really exciting to do. There's a lot of stop motion photography, which has been great. So there's been a lot of changes in the industry, and I think being a photographer now and saying, I'm just going to do this or just do that, you either have to become incredibly specialized or you've got to be able to learn both disciplines. And I think being in the industry now, it's really important that you learn both disciplines, that you can work on a film shoot and a still shoot, that maybe you might be asked to direct something and need to bring in a DOP to work with you, or you might need to be the DOP on the shoot and work with a director. And I've had to do a number of those, especially because of my specializations in jewelry and bottle work and things like that, where I've been asked to come in and light and DOP a jewelry shoot and work closely with a director, or director shoot myself and work with a DOP like we did on Rolex once, which was really interesting. And I advise the guys on how to light and shoot and the way to do it. So there's different ways of doing things now, and I think the different types of media has opened up a much larger scope of work that we as photographers need to be aware of. As a photographer, you really need to realize there's a lot of competition out there. And I think for you to succeed, you really need to spend the time learning your craft, mastering your craft. And you really need to be able to produce something exceptional, to be different from all the thousands and thousands of photographers that are out there. So really concentrate on producing something really special, maybe specialize in something that you feel is your real niche, whether it be in food photography or bottle photography or fashion photography. And when you do that, make sure that you're able to produce something that nobody else can produce, because there is so much out there. We are flooded with imagery all the time. So really, getting into the industry now, you've got to really work hard on being exceptional. Okay, so we've reached the end of the episode, and as promised, we've got a really interesting prize to give away. The person who writes the best comment or makes the best comment on what we've discussed in this episode, or on where we should be going, or their feeling on the industry, or how the industry could change, has the possibility of winning the brushed metal print that we did in the last episode. Remember to subscribe to our channel and like our channel. And for those of you who have subscribed, you could win one of our amazing prizes, like last week's A2 canvas print of one of your favorite images.